They made him get closer to see if it really was a mannequin. A man named Anar was doing an hours-long live stream on his YouTube channel with a group of friends. The stream was mostly about driving around the city, having fun, and hanging out with friends. At one point, viewers suggested that they wait until dark and go explore a local abandoned building. The entire thing continued to be broadcast live. Once inside, Anar and his friends began exploring the building and eventually made their way to the top floor. That's when they noticed someone sitting deep inside the dark attic. Anar decided to take a closer look. That's when what had started as a bit of fun began turning into a real nightmare.
Ебать! Кто это сидит? Нет, я вообще долбоёб, или мне показалось?
Ты чё?
Я клянусь, там кто-то сидит. Но я не понял, кто.
Давайте.
Пошли. Иди с палкой защищай.
Это Лёха? Стой, без приколов. Без приколов. Я не вижу лицо, просто мне темно. Я бы понял, если бы маска какая-то была, я бы понял. Маска там была?
Блядь,
Кто там? С маской?
это кукла, походу, я хз.
Все, это Леха тогда.
Нет, да не пойду.
Манекен?
In a dark corner, he could make out a motionless human figure. At first, the group assumed it was just a mannequin. After looking more closely, Anar agreed, although he couldn't shake the feeling that it looked far too realistic. In the darkness, he still couldn't make out the mannequin's face. Wanting to be absolutely sure, Anar tried several times to get closer, but each time he stopped himself at the last second.
Хуй нахуй манекен? В смысле манекен? Где? Какой манекен? Вы чё, ёбнуты? Или манекен? Я клянусь, лица не вижу через камеру. Что это, блядь? Эй! Эй! Лёха, ты? Как это манекен? У него ноги бабушки. Лёха, это ты? А чё я могу кинуть? Нет, это Лёха. Ебланская конченая бутылка Балтика 9, твой рот я ебал. Лёха, я клянусь, я просто не вижу лица. Лёх. Сдвинься, если ты не манекен. Просто подними руку, если ты не манекен, я уйду, клянусь. Если ты поднимешь руку. Не, это манекен. То как нахуй у него одели в рубашку. Двинься, если ты не манекен. Да нет, это человек, я отсюда вижу. Блять, что у него на голове? Я не вижу голову. Кто это? Лёх, ты? Умоляю, не пугай, клянусь, это ты, и мне страшно.
Then, without warning, the supposed mannequin moved slightly. That's when the group realized that a real person had been sitting there the entire time. Terrified, they ran out of the abandoned building. But one question remained. What was this person doing in complete darkness in the attic of an abandoned building? And why had they been sitting perfectly still the entire time? Later, reports emerged suggesting that the whole thing may have been a planned prank. Allegedly, one of the viewers had deliberately lured Anar and his friends to that specific abandoned building just to scare them. And if that really was the plan, it clearly worked. A woman named Mia had to call the police to search the attic of her home. She lives alone with her cats and had recently started hearing strange noises at night more and more often. One night, at around 2:30 a.m., the noise woke her up again. Mia searched the house but found no one. Before long, she realized the sounds were coming from the attic, and it was clear that something was moving around up there.
Okay. It's fucking 2:30 in the morning, and I'm hearing that same sound again downstairs. And my cats are in the room with me. I keep my door closed. So now I have to go find out what that fucking sound is. Hello? 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 It's not funny. I swear to God, I'm losing my fucking mind. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God.
Fearing that someone had broken into her home, she locked herself in a room and called the police.
Police!
You really didn't see anything?
Yeah, there's nobody out there. I don't see any drug paraphernalia or food wrappers, clothes, nothing that would indicate any squatter of any kind. So I think you're okay. I think you're probably just dealing with a rodent.
Okay, but I heard footsteps running the length of the ceiling.
Yeah, sometimes raccoons, they can make a lot of noise. It sounds very deceiving. If you want, I can call the fire department, then bring a ladder, we can get up there and look more, but I'm pretty sure you're just dealing with a rodent here. I'm sorry, hold up. Yeah, copy. My advice, get some of those Ring cameras, set them up around the perimeter, and if there's any sort of commotion, they usually trigger, and then you can see. Yeah, but that's my advice.
Yeah.
You are the homeowner, right?
I am. Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you might want to bring in someone, check the roof perimeter as well. My partner's already gone around the house completely, doesn't see anything, so. Sorry, wish we could be more help, but you did the right thing by calling. It's better safe than sorry in these scenarios.
When the officers arrived, they searched both the house and the attic, but found no one and no signs that anyone had been there. They suggested that the noises might have been caused by an animal that had somehow gotten into the attic. Mia, however, was convinced that what she had heard were human footsteps moving quickly across the attic from one end of the house to the other. Despite this, the police were unable to find any evidence of an intruder. A few days later, the strange activity continued. One night, Mia saw one of the doors in her house suddenly close on its own. To this day, Mia remains convinced that someone may be hiding somewhere in her home. As the strange noises continued, she contacted the police several more times and asked them to thoroughly search the house again, but each time, they found no trace of an intruder. According to her latest updates, the strange banging in the attic, which sounds disturbingly like human footsteps, still hasn't stopped and continues.